Bigger, better, bolder. The cold, hard truth is taking talk to the next level. Right here on Bobo 89.1 FM, Cayman's Community Radio.
We are still spilling the tea.
And committed to being part of the change that Cayman so desperately needs. Join Sandy Hill weekdays from 7:30 a.m. for Premier Access, Cayman Voices, Truthful Thursdays, and much more. Cayman's #1 talk show is now bigger, better, bolder, and more than talk. Getting results with hot topics, consumer reports, court exposés, and more.
I've come to set the record straight. I've come to shine the light on you. Let me introduce myself. I am the cold, hard truth.
Now, from the CMR studio in Grand Cayman,
Live, direct.
it's the cold, hard truth. Now, join the conversation on 345-936-2626.
That number again is
345-936-2626.
Good morning. How's everyone doing this beautiful Wednesday morning? Hope you guys are well. Jim said I made it to class. Yes, you did, Jim. Welcome one and welcome all. You guys are A students. Now I see Professor Livingston, but I'm seeing you twice. And I should only see you once unless you have a twin. So I'm assuming you don't have a twin. So that means that you're logged in twice somewhere. So do me a favor and just check those computer settings and see where else you're logged in and log out of one of them, just so that we don't have any feedback from your twin. We're gonna put the twin on pause here this morning. All right, there we go, that's perfect. And then we're gonna bring you in just a few minutes. How's everyone? Good morning, Robert. Evelyn is here. Evelyn got her dash cam yesterday. She said, I'm not taking any more chances on Cayman's roads because these drivers out there are crazy. They're just too much. The dash cams, I must tell you, this order has been flying off the shelves, as they say. Lots of people have now finally seen that, you know what? I'm not going to take any chances on Cayman's roadways. It's just too dangerous. I need my evidence when something happens. And so they are getting stocked up and getting them installed. So we have installers ready to go. We give you the preferred guy. And then if he's not available, we also have a backup option for you. So reach out, folks. If you're really, not able to take the stress on the roadway anymore, this will alleviate some of the stress. I was thinking about some of our seniors actually driving on the roadway yesterday, and it's really, really concerning for them that, they might be driving for 60 years now, and the level of driving has deteriorated to the point where I'm really, really concerned for them. So grandchildren and children, you've got seniors on the roadway. Some of them enjoy having their independence well into, the years. Reach out to me. Because, I think at the end of the day, we don't want them out there getting hit and then you have no evidence of really what happened. And you know how it goes. They're always going to blame the seniors for the accident. Oh, no, they weren't looking the right way. It's their fault. And you won't know that unless you have a dash cam. Okay, so One of the beautiful things about this dash cam, and some of y'all are trying to go cheap. And listen, if you have to go cheap, then I suppose that's better than nothing. But there's a lot of amazing features with this dash cam that I really appreciate. And one of the best features is the fact that it has an 18-month warranty. Now, I would challenge you to find anyone else out there that has that 18-month warranty. I don't think you're going to have that. And so what that means is if anything happens to the dash cam, they will be more than happy to replace it, which is fantastic for 18 months. So like I said, that's a heck of a support system there. And they're very, very good with support, and it has a lot of features as well. So consider it. That's all I'm saying. Have a think about it. It's, better to be safe than sorry. And yes, it might be a little bit of a sacrifice 1 month for you to set that aside, but the peace of mind that you get from it, you simply cannot put a price tag on. I mean, trust and believe me, I feel so much better. I'm cautious, but I do feel so much better on the roadway knowing that I have that. Remember the young man with Larry and Linda? We donated a dash cam to him because although his car had one, once again, it did not have the 3-camera access, which in this case in particular, you could see how incredibly important that was, right? We needed to see exactly what he was doing in the car when Larry and Linda approached him and tried to literally pull him out of the car. So these are some of the amazing features that this dash cam has that makes it worth every single dollar. My Aunt Lottie said, don't go cheap in life. Buy quality. It's going to last you, and it's going to be well worth the price. All right. That's my shameless plug this morning. Shani, good morning. Wonderful Wednesday, says Akil. Happy hump day indeed. Damaris is with us. So good to see Miss Evelyn. She had her little puppy with her yesterday, driving around. He looks so cute. Wee Wee, good morning to you. So nice to see you. Island Pearl is with us. We've already got over 300 people. Look at y'all showing up early this morning. Oh, and I haven't even sent out my links yet. Give me 1 second. Oh my goodness, my apologies. I'm going to send out my links. Now listen, we've got Miss Romelia coming on the show. And some of you may have seen yesterday that her vehicle was a victim of arson. So we're going to be talking to Miss Romelia about that because wowee, that's pretty crazy. Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. I certainly was shocked when I saw that brazen act of arson. And I thought to myself, who in the world would be so crazy to do such a thing? So she's going to be joining us this morning. We're going to talk to her about this. I mean, it's horrible that Miss Romelia has just lost her livelihood, because that's her work vehicle as well as her personal vehicle. She's a taxi driver. So, she uses this to get around. I'm very, very sorry that this has happened to her. So stay tuned. She's coming on the program this morning. And you guys know here on CMR, we bring you the real news as and when it's happening. And we like to interview people when things are happening to them, because there's nothing like hearing the stories directly in their voice. And that's what we're all about here. So we're going to have her joining us just a little bit here this morning as well. All right. So the links have been sent to everyone in WhatsApp. So I know those numbers are going to go up quite a bit now. Let me put on my specs and see who else is joining us this morning. Mr. Roberts in the house. We've got Miss Beulah. So good to see you, Miss Beulah Walton. Thank you, ma'am. Lucille, Miss Lucille is joining us all the way from the UK. Hope you're having a good day. Miss Lucille, you send me a lot of messages. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't always get to read them in real time or listen to the voice notes, but I do try to go back and catch up. So I know I got some catching up to do with you. And I'm going to hopefully get to it this week. Some days it's hard to get to the messages. There's a lot. Oh my goodness. You have no idea. All right. But no worries. I see you messaging me, and I really appreciate all of your comments and feedback and support that you send through privately as well. Mitzi's in the house. Good morning, Miss Mitzi. How you doing, honey child? You're early this morning, Miss Marva Mills. She says, thank God Almighty. Good morning, Lady Sandra. Good morning to you, darling. How are you? Yes, I was thinking to myself this morning what my good old Aunt Lottie used to say, pearls of wisdom. Early to bed, early to rise, makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. So really talking about the importance of sleep. And I tell you what, she was spot on. I don't know about the wealthy part, but I guess if you're focused during the day, you might be able to focus on your career and business and that sort of thing. But definitely healthy. More and more, the evidence is that you need more sleep. And if you're one of those people who's going to bed after 1 o'clock in particular, there's something about the 1 o'clock hour that the scientists are now saying that you're more likely to suffer from mental health issues, depression, and other stuff. So get to bed earlier, folks. Do what you can to ensure that you're able to get to bed, at a decent hour. I'm preaching, and I need to be doing it myself. So I know how difficult it is. Sometimes it's hard to just turn it off. But you gotta, let me just mute my WhatsApp. I see y'all WhatsApping me. You gotta just turn it off, honey. So let me just see here. Sandra, Melina, good morning to you. Oh, you're joining us from the gym. Look at you being all healthy and everything. Fantastic. I love that people take their phones and little portable radios and they can listen to us anywhere, including we know that Richard also listens to us when he's walking in Texas every morning. And look at Sandra. She's already at the gym this morning. Oh, beautiful. All right, Miss Barbara G in the house. Clean and Straight is here with us. Look at Strong Wilt. Sandra Miller. Shamika, good morning to you. Patricia, did I just hear a knock at my door? Is that you, Miss Stacy? Okay, come. Sometimes it's Zeus knocking at the door. And I know when I call, if I don't get an oral response, it's probably him. Because that's not for me. But oh, leave it there. Maybe it's Kevin or something. I don't know. So yes. She's asking me about SIM card. We don't use SIM cards around here anymore. We're all SIMless. Yes, eSIMs. Oh yes. What was I saying now? Oh yes, I said sometimes I hear a little knocking at the door, and I said, "Who is that?" And if I don't hear an answer, it's Zeus trying to get in. He doesn't quite know how to speak yet. He's working on it. He's going to go to UCCI and get one of those fancy degrees over there. And before you know it, he's going to be out speaking me, right, Mr. Livingston? I'm coming to you. Gina, Irvelyn, good morning to all of you beautiful people. Irvelyn said, yes, she's not taking any more chances on the roadway. Price point, Desert Rose, $450. And that includes 5 pieces. It's not just the dash cams. I do want to make that clear. You get the dash cam, which is a 3-channel. That means it has 3 cameras. Dash cam. You get your not SIM card. What's it called? Your SD card. You get a lens. You get a remote control. And what's the 5th thing? There's something. Oh, the hard wiring kit. Because you want to hardwire these so that parking mode works even when you're not in the vehicle. So a lot of you are like, oh, I'm going to get a cheap one. It doesn't have parking mode. It doesn't come with SD card. And you have to add on all those things. Sometimes cheap just is not the way to go. Psychologically Beautiful says dash cams are lifesavers. Get one for your car, people. Just loaded up my thumb drive with footage of my case. And the great thing about this is this has the Wi-Fi access as well. So you don't necessarily have to take out the SD card. You just log into it through your phone, and then everything comes up on your phone. You're able to download the videos on your phone, download images. It has like we can talk about it later. Let's take our guest, and then I'll tell you about some other features because it's really cool. All right, so we do have joining us today the acting president of UCCI, Professor Livingston. He is also the dean of. Remind me of which dean you are, Dr. Livingston, because you're wearing a lot of hats at the moment.
No, I was provost. and
Provost.
Vice President of Academic Affairs and
Yes.
Acting President at the moment.
Yes.
Sandy, it's exciting to be here. The last time I saw on campus, you had come when we were launching our National Technical Honor Society.
That
for
was
the
last
TCHT
week.
student last week.
Absolutely.
It's
And
always
on
exciting to see
tomorrow's
here.
show, I should say, Dr. Livingston, our viewers here are going to get a sneak peek into what that looks like. So we have it all recorded and they're going to get to enjoy that segment on tomorrow's show. So yes, very excited to see that.
Yeah. So we're here to talk about the conference, which begins tomorrow.
All right. I think we're bringing in Miss Carol Bailey as well.
Yes, we should be having
Dr.
Bailey
Dr. Bailey, I need you to adjust that camera down for me because I'm looking at your ceiling fan. So just bring that there, bring it down a little bit more. There we go. Now we can see you. Now you see that light source behind you, Dr. Bailey? It looks like a window or a sliding glass door. See if you can close that off. Is there a curtain or something, or you can move the camera? We want you to look as good as possible because too much light behind you really, doesn't suit well. Yes. Okay. I think that's going to be much better. All right. Dr. Bailey's on the move. Okay. So I think that's better. Let's go ahead and bring in Dr. Bailey as well. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Oh, I'm fine. Thanks. It's good to be here.
Yes. It's so nice to have you. Absolutely. So Dr. Livingston was just saying, you've got an event coming up. So give us a little rundown on what this amazing event is. UCCI actually sponsors and hosts quite a number of events throughout the year. And so, at least monthly, there's something going on there. And so we're going to be featuring them more. So tell us a little bit now about this 17th biennial conference of the Association of Caribbean Women Writers and Scholars. I'm excited about this.
Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Livingston, Professor Smith, for having us and for hosting us. It's always such a huge undertaking for the host institution. And Dr. Stephanie Fullerton has been working 48 hours per day to get this done with a lot of cooperation from Dr. Smith and the university. So we're really, really grateful. The Association of Caribbean Women Writers and Scholars was inaugurated in 1994. So maybe just a little bit older than you, dear host.
Thank you for the compliment.
I can tell by looking, but so the goal of the organization is to promote the scholarship, the writing, so creative writing, scholarship, and community activism of Caribbean women. Now, and Caribbean women, both in the Caribbean and across the world. As you know, Caribbean people are scattered all over, and we are engaged in multiple roles. And so this conference seeks to bring everyone, as many people as possible from different demographics together. Although we have women, not although, but because we have women in our title, it's important for us to say that the work that we do transcends the experiences of women. And I don't want to say that in a way that undermines female activism and the work around women's lives, but we are more a womanist organization. And by that, I mean, we are deeply concerned about our larger community. So we are deeply, as Caribbean women, we have always been about our communities, about our fathers, about our brothers, about men in the society, about children. And this is why our title for this year is Global Feminist Leadership in a Time of Crisis, Scholarship, Advocacy, Activism, Creativity, and Pedagogy. And that tries to bring in as many different components of our work as possible to show how the work that we do in this organization and the work that our members do individually in their institutions and in their communities are geared towards not just reading our books and feeling good and talking to each other, but being out there in the community and using our training and the work that we do to respond to whatever is happening in our society. We're living in a really, really serious time in the world now, and this conference seeks to contemplate how can we write about this in ways that are useful and effective and impactful. How can we teach so that we equip another generation to not just get their qualifications and move on, but really see their roles in the community? And how do we bring into academia a wider range of people from the community? And so that's why the university, the college's role here is so important for us. I hope that sets it up.
Yes, no, fantastic.
And Sandy, if I could just come in here to say that this is an extraordinary conference. We're talking about writers and speakers coming from a variety of universities around the world, like Maryland, Amherst, Notre Dame, Columbia, Baltimore, Bahamas, Kansas, Duke University, and so on. So it's really a prestigious conference. I know, Sandy, it's not easy to get a kaboom, but I could tell you this conference is worth a kaboom. And it's also, and so when we
keep talking. I have a suspicion you may get one.
Anyway, so when we learned of this opportunity in the context of our 50th anniversary, we had to support this. So we have stamped it with the 50th. There are quite a few UCCI professors who are doing papers, Dr. Stephanie Cooper, Dr. Swearing, Dr. Erica Gordon. We have commanding women who are taking part. The panel, for example, that looks at, it's called Leading Change, Interdisciplinary Dialogue on Female Leadership in the Cayman Islands. You have persons on it like Miss Natalie, Theresa, Cindy from Scotland, and so on, talking about the issue of women's leadership. And I like the way Professor has framed it. It's a women's conference, but Caribbean men, we know how we depend heavily on our mothers. There's the famous book, Sandy, in sociology called My Mother Who Fathered Me, which speaks about the sociology of childhood and the significance of women, particularly when men are not even around. So the issues that the conference raises are many. And I have the program here. I want to encourage persons, it's not too late. You can go on now and get registered. You can go to www.acwws.org. That is www.acwws.org. And it's $125 US to be a part of this extremely important.
Oh, it's fantastic.
And of course, students will get a lower price. And you come on campus starting tomorrow. Prof, I see where the opening speaker. Can you speak about that first piece? It's an amazing professor, really, who I think very highly of. Go ahead, please.
Oh, thank you so much. And one of the things, Mr. President, please do not let us forget to talk about the sponsors.
Yes.
Because there have been a lot of local support. So I just want to underscore that, and we'll come back to that. But I'm delighted. Thank you for your words, and thank you for and reinforcing the ways in which Caribbean women have always functioned in our society. And that's exactly what we seek to do academically. But we are really drawing on the real work that women have been doing. We are not making anything up. We're documenting it. We're asking questions about it. But to respond to Dr. Smith, Professor Merle Collins is a renowned writer and political activist. She's retired. She's a graduate of the University of the West Indies in Mona, my alma mater. And she's Grenadian. I should say that before I talk about even her education. And she was very heavily involved in community and political activism in Grenada in the 1980s, which is a defining period in Grenadian history. She's a prolific writer who has produced multiple collections of poetry. She has written either 2 or 3 novels, collections of short stories, and she has written books in other fields. She's one of our living treasures, actually, Professor Merle Collins, and we were just so grateful that she agreed to be with us. She's a very good example, Dr. Smith, of how Caribbean women expand the reaches of their gifts and talents to speak to so many parts of our
And
society.
if I may comment, she's an extraordinary speaker, actually.
Yes.
Very engaging, and once you hear her speak, you want to listen to her, Sandy.
Right. Yes.
I want to come back to the sponsor shortly, but to speak to the fact that UCCI, as you know, is celebrating 50 years of existence. We started in 1975 and evolved. We, at one point, 3 schools came together to form the college, and then later on, we became autonomous. Later on, we became, in 2004, we became the University College of the Cayman Islands. And we have been evolving, Sandy. We are now some 2,000 students. We're talking about 89 or so staff and faculty. We have a tons of MOUs. We have our students are all over the place. I got a call from Chad. He's at the University of Manchester doing law. Some are University of London in the States, in Canada, and so on. And so we want to use this year to just talk about what we're doing and to engage the community in many of the activities. So this is one of the activities, Sandy. It's an important one. It's a very significant one. And we're here to encourage persons to be part of it. We have had many others. We have had ACTI Conference. We have had Culturama. In September, we're going to have the Caribbean Sociological Association having a conference right here.
Oh, wow. That's great.
So later on, I want to talk about how the community can get more involved with our sponsorships. We have a tier of sponsorships, Sandy, that goes from one level right up to platinum. And we're trying to get persons to be very interested. But back to the conference, it starts tomorrow, and I don't think anybody should want to miss that.
Absolutely. And we have a full program here. I'm sharing some of it on the screen.
You.
And I can tell you, yes, it's going to be 3 days full of activities.
Yes.
You don't want to miss this if you can. Even if you can only make one day, pick a day. Look at the schedule and pick a day, but you're going to have an amazing time. Now, Faith and Hope says, guess what? Give Dr. Smith a cup.
That's fantastic.
And
and Sister Sandra, we community members can even come for one session, or to listen to one panel, or to listen to one speaker. I mean, they can, so whenever we're ready, whenever they can come, because we know, it's people are busy, but the association is one of the things that we have tried to do. And Sister Sandra, I just wanted to say this really quickly, that in academia, in colleges and universities, many times we are just there talking to each other. Right. And one of the aims of the conference as an organization driven by women's work, we're trying to disrupt that. I wanted to use a less violent term, but I couldn't think of one.
Nothing wrong with disruption, trust me.
Yes, but we really want to bring our work to the community.
Yes.
And that is why, for example, this conference moves around the Caribbean. And when we move around, we do not just stay within the walls of the university. So on Saturday, so cultural groups from the Cayman community will be coming in to share their talents with us. And we're also going to go out to see more of the place. And when I say we're going out, we're not just going to eat at restaurants and so on. We are taking bus trips around the island to see the place, to engage with the community that our people write about. So that's really important to us as well.
Fantastic. No, I'm looking and I'm like, ooh, this lineup looks amazing. Look at McKenna Scott, independent scholar. She's going to be speaking. She has founded it upon the seas, interrogating let me see, seminal role of women's labor in a historical context in the Cayman Islands. These are some fantastic speakers that you've got lined up. Oh my goodness. Heal on the Glass, Power, Pettiness, and Gender Politics. Hashtag the other glass ceiling. Wow.
I know.
That sounds
That's Dr.
amazing.
Sweary, right? Dr. Sweary?
Yes.
And by the way, she's a UCCI professor, just to point that out.
Yes.
I'm so excited. We've got Mr. Roy Bodden, Her Story, Our Nation, Reframing Women's Roles in the Making of the Cayman Islands. I know that Aniki Brown is going to be on here as well.
Yes, she is.
Yes, this is a fantastic lineup, I must tell you, folks. We've got people all over the region who are joining. Look at the resistance and reclamation, digital and oral storytelling. Yeah. Oh, this is wonderful. I must be there.
Yes. Wow. We're looking forward to seeing you. Yes.
Yeah, no, this is fantastic. So folks, if you want to see the full schedule, email us, tips@caymanmallroad.com. We'll send it to you. You can visit UCCI's website, but basically in order to register, they can just come the day of the event and do it on the spot. Is that right?
Yes, you can do that. Definitely.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
Sandy, we want to mention, if it's okay to mention, the sponsors and supporters.
Of course.
So we have the National Gallery, who is a strong supporter, the Cayman National Cultural Foundation, Cayman Island Monetary Authority, Pedro Castle St. James, Cayman National Museum, BPW, that's Business and Professional Women's Club, Lions Club of Tropical Gardens, Foster's, Tortuga Rum. All of these are important sponsors, and we can't say how much we're grateful for their help to make this happen.
Yes, and I want to add to that, because this is an event rooted in education and academia. The two giants of the event are UCCI and my institution, where I teach at Amherst College in Amherst, Massachusetts, who has been very generous in paying for speakers like the keynote speaker and some of the panelists and myself, that we can be here, and just really the support that they have offered. And I think the partnership between Amherst College and UCCI is a very it's a model of how we, even across the oceans, we can collaborate to make Caribbean studies and Caribbean women's work more visible. Many things are happening in the world, in academia, and in the way that people are thinking about universities and the work that we do. But this partnership and the leadership of Dr. Fullerton Cooper and Dr. Smith and the chair of the conference and vice president of the organization, Professor Simone Alexander, who isn't here yet, but who is the main person planning the conference. These are people who have dedicated so much to us. There's one more person that I think I just want to mention her name and the work, and she's another one of our more mature. She's one of the founding members of the organization. She's a Trinidadian U.S. Scholar called Carol Boyce Davies. And she and Elaine Savory and Dr. Azaware Soli and Dr. Giselle Anatol, they are going to be relaunching a really important book with us, which was published in the early 90s, called Out of the Kumla. And this was one of the first works that pulled together. It's a thick book. Almost every Caribbean writer that existed at the time, woman writer that existed at the time, was included, and they have done a revised, they have a special name for it, Revisiting Kumlas, and that's going to be launched at the conference. And that's huge, because that book is, I remember when we had our last conference 2 years ago in Costa Rica, we had a panel where Professor Boyce Davies was, and someone asked, is there any, let's see a hand of everybody who has read something by Professor Carol Boyce Davis, and every single hand in the room went up. She has shaped all of her work. And she was so shocked that she said, can I take a picture of that? Because she couldn't believe that everybody who was doing work on Caribbean women's work had read her. And she's a renowned scholar, teaches at Cornell University and Howard University, where she chairs the English department. So that's another. And the thing I want to say about, one of the things I want to say about Dr. Boyce Davis, why she's such a model for me, is that she's big. If you talk about somebody who is big internationally, she's big. But she never left this organization. Whenever you ask her to do something, she's always present. This is her second conference in a week, and she's coming to be with us in the Cayman Islands because she has never grown too big for us. And I just wanted to say that. Yes, thank you so much.
Yes, no, it's fantastic. I mean, you've got an amazing lineup, and I know that school might still be in, but on Saturday, parents, this is an opportunity for you to take young girls out because we need to empower them. Yes. The more they know as preteens and teenagers, the more they understand their power, the more the better decisions they will be making in life. Trust me, on all levels, in terms of their education, their personal lives, their work lives. And so this is an absolute, just phenomenal lineup. So take them out on Saturday. Mine is only 8, so she wouldn't quite understand a lot of what's going on. But, even some of the younger kids, just taking them in a room full of powerful academics, it changes how they see the world.
Yes.
And that is also very, very important lesson for our young people to learn, and take your young men as well.
Absolutely.
They have to understand and respect and appreciate all aspects of life, which include having strong women in their lives and understanding that, listen, having a strong woman in your life is a positive thing. This is phenomenal.
Yeah, thank you for that, Sister Sandra. And please bring your daughter. She's going to remember this.
Yes.
When she's 80, she's going to remember what she did when she was 8, and it might just be defining for her. So take her, and I would love to meet her.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, she loves, she's very artistic, and I'm trying to encourage her love of reading and writing. And so maybe even hearing some of the presenters might inspire her even further. She might not understand everything that's going on, but kids get inspiration in the most interesting ways. So this is fantastic. So I know Aniki is on here somewhere. I was trying to see where her presentation is.
Yes, she's here.
There's so many people on the list. I mean, it's just a phenomenal lineup. And the price point, I mean, Dr. Livingston, you guys are just giving this away. I don't even know that you're covering the coffee for this. But global,
that's how teachers tend to be.
Yes. Global feminist leadership in a time of crises, scholarship, advocacy, activism, creativity. And now this word always gives me a little bit of a hiccup. Help me out, Dr. Bailey here.
Pedagogy. Yes, some people say pedagogy too. But we in the Caribbean tend to say pedagogy.
Yes. And myself being an English major, I will tell you that I know I didn't go in that direction. I did it for different reasons to prepare myself for law school, but it's one of those things that just teaches you an appreciation and love of the written word.
Yes.
And so all things literary. And so
English major gets you everywhere and anywhere. And I just wanted to say, I know probably our time is coming, but I was listening to your program, Sister Sandra, and I just want to congratulate you on the work that you're doing. And I realized that your audience is so global.
Yes.
So that's what English majors do. So congratulations. I'm obviously an English major, so bias is exposed.
Yes.
And Sandy, you asked about Aniki Hill. She presents on Friday.
On Friday, okay.
And her topic is Protestant Pilgrim to the Trap Witch. The diverse spiritual legacy of Caymanian women. So that is entirely interesting.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I love the ones that focus on the Caymanian story as well, because we have a very, very interesting story of women who have been extremely strong. Dr. Bailey, I don't know if you know this, but you know, this society, really, the successes of this society has been built on the back of our seamen, but our seamen would not have been able to do what they did if it had not been for the strong, intelligent women at home who were holding down the homestead, raising the families, and working as well and doing all these other things. You know, the seamen would send the money back. If those Caymanian women were not wise with the money and the budgeting and taking care of the families, we wouldn't be where we are today. So we have a very, very colorful history indeed that has to be told and retold, because our young people sometimes are forgetting what that history consists of. So this is fantastic. And Dr. Livingston was mentioning some of the sponsors. He's got a good lineup of sponsors here. Everyone from Pedro, St. James, the National Gallery, Cayman Islands Monetary Authority, Tortuga. We've got the National Museum, Lions Club of Tropical Gardens, and of course, the University College. And the other one is the college. This is the other sponsor, Dr. Livingston? Amherst College, yes.
Yes.
Okay, so fantastic. So come on out, folks. It's going to be a wonderful 3-day event. Cayman National Foundation is also sponsoring, and Lindo's Tours and Transports. Come on out to this amazing event at UCCI. You can, is there a website they can go to for additional information, or just show up?
Yes, they can. acwws.org.
Okay. All right, so check out the website. It might be a good idea to at least let them know who's coming so that they can have more than enough seating and so forth. So Ms. Joyce Sand, good morning to you. Good morning to Dave. King Rob saying good morning to everyone, especially Miss Sandy. Blessed love all the time. Thank you so much. And Emma and tons more people are here. Dr. Livingston, over 400 people sitting here listening to you this morning.
Yeah, and I have to come back, Sandy, because I want to talk about our commencement July 1 later on.
Okay.
It's going to be an event not to be missed. We're going to be having 315 persons graduating, different subject areas. We are going to be bestowing at least 4 honorary doctorates, Sandy, and 4 prominent and deserving Caymanians. So I look forward to coming back to talk about that. All right, and how singular important that will be.
Wow, fantastic. All right, well, thank you very, very much. I really, really appreciate you guys joining us this morning, and good luck on this event. No doubt it's going to be extremely successful, and I'll be there.
Yeah, so before we leave, everybody, just go and get registered or come on spot to get registered. $125 for adults and a reduced price for students. Don't miss this event. It's going to be great. A conference is not just a papers, it's a conversation that you engage in, you know, and the live friends you meet going forward. It's going to be fantastic.
Absolutely. Yes.
Absolutely. That's for sure. Yes.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Bailey. Dr. Livingston Smith.
Nice to meet you. Keep up the good work.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
English major.
Yes. Professional and technical writing specifically. Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Have a beautiful day. Okay. Thank you so much.
And all the best to your audience, your listeners. Thank you.
Thank you. Really appreciate it. All right, folks. So this is a not to miss event at UCCI. Please go check it out. It's the 17th biennial conference of the Association of Caribbean Women Writers and Scholars. Be there. Okay. If you want to be cool, you're going to be there. All right. So let's give them another kaboom. There we go. Good morning, Siobhan Berry. So good to see you. We've got a full house here, over 400 people, like I said, on the live stream, countless more listening on Bobo 103.1. Some of you have been having a hard time finding the station. Somebody said to me yesterday, Sandy, I finally found it. I said, ooh, honey child, good for you. All right, so we've got Miss Romelia coming up next. We're going to be talking about a little situation here with Miss Romelia. Oh my gosh. When I saw this, my heart just really, really sunk. Give me 1 second here. Let me see if I can pull up my video of this, because honey child, I was shocked. And I guess if I was shocked, Miss Romelia must have been even more shocked than I was. My goodness. Hold on now. Let me see. where I put this this video, Mr. Amelia, and then we're going to bring you in. Let me just have a look here. All right. So yesterday morning, I woke up to the news that there had been a some sort of vandalism on Miss Romelia's, bus. And like I said, this is just not a bus, this is her livelihood. And I was so shocked and disappointed when I heard that anybody would do something so horrific as this. Just unbelievable. So we do have the video footage here this morning of exactly what this person did. And boy, this is a different kind of person to do something like this. But let's look at it, and then we're going to bring in Mr. Amelia to talk about this. So the first video here, for the benefit of our radio listeners who might not be able to see this, we see an individual who is walking around her van, which is parked right in the front of her house, with a red gas tank, pouring gasoline all over her vehicle, bending down, pouring it underneath the tires, looks like. I mean, they obviously intended for this to, really destroy her vehicle. Now, I don't know if Mr. Amelia had any more footage, but we're going to ask her if they ever went to the other side of the vehicle or if they just did that side with the gas tank. And I have a sneaky suspicion that I know exactly why they focused on that side. And then have a look now at the aftermath of what happened. Look at this blaze. Oh my God. Wow. The entire vehicle just up in flames. Unbelievable. Whoa. And we see the police and stuff in the background. This is really unbelievable. And then of course we had some pictures afterwards. Let me show you what the vehicle looks like. I see Mr. Amelia is there wiping away some tears. Mr. Amelia, we're coming to you, honey child, because I can only imagine how this makes you feel this morning to see that someone would do such a horrible thing. Just absolutely heartbreaking. Oh my goodness. So these are the photos afterwards. We see that her vehicle is just completely destroyed. My God. Mr. Amelia, good morning, my darling.
Good morning, honey child. How are you?
Oh, I'm sitting here just shaking my head at this situation. How are you?
I'm blessed and highly favored beyond all measures.
Oh,
God is
my
good.
God.
God is
Yes.
good.
I know that you're remaining positive as you certainly can, but no doubt this has got to be a very difficult situation. When did you become aware that something was happening? When your camera caught some of it, obviously, the person pouring the gasoline, when did you become aware that something was happening outside?
Sandy, I was fast asleep. And my phone rang and I got up, put on my glasses. By the time I put on my glasses and get to the phone, it stopped ringing. And when I checked who was calling, it was my neighbor. So I was thinking something happened over by my neighbor that she's calling me this time of night, because not likely for her to be calling me that time of night. So I am calling her back, but her phone is saying she's on another call. By time when I continue calling and saying she's on another call, I heard an explosion and I felt the impression from the explosion. Bang my door. I said, what the hell? And I goes on my Ring camera, which is up on my up on the eve of my home. I realize I see my van in flames. I said, oh my God. So I called 911. And when I called 911, they told me that some of my neighbors on the line with 911. So that's why I could not get back to her, because she was on the phone with 911. And I came out to in my sitting room and went to the door, and I had to run away from the sitting room and went back to sit down in my room because the heat was so intensive.
Oh my God.
And I sat in my room And I called a few people and let them know what was happening and that I was inside. And I could feel the heat coming. I don't know how my windows didn't broke from the heat, but God is good. God is good. God is so good.
Because I want to explain to people that, you know, your parking area is right in front of your house. There would be no way for you to get out of your home. So this is dangerous. This person didn't just set your vehicle on fire. They potentially could have trapped you in your house and taken your life if this fire got out of hand.
Not only that, Sandy, if that car had exploded, I just full it with gas, you know. If that vehicle had exploded and that gas smear, the whole community would have been under fire, you know.
My God.
The whole community was at stake.
This is horrific. It really,
It
really
would
is.
not only been me that they target the whole community.
Yes. Oh,
I'm understanding that the gas was running down the hill to the drain, and it was on fire while it was running down the hill. It's a good thing a drain was there to contain it, because it would have continuously been running down the hill.
Wow. So, I don't even know what was going through your mind. When did the fire truck show up? Because I see in the one video where it's fully ablaze, I don't see. Was there a fire truck there at that time trying to put out the blaze?
No, that was the police car. That's the police car that was there. But while I was on the phone with 911, they said the police is already outside your house, ma'am, and the fire truck should be there momentarily.
Oh my God.
But they came and they put it under control. Less than a while, it was out.
And of course, one of the things that you're always advocating for is the fact that, you know, it's hard sometimes for emergency vehicles, especially the bigger ones like the truck, to be able to get in and out. And so this would have been another example, if they could not have gotten to you in time, that blaze could have continued.
Escalated.
You know, oh my gosh. Wow. Of course, everybody wants to know who would do such a thing. And, you know, we kind of agreed beforehand that you believe that you know who it is, and the police have arrested someone. Thankfully, you had the video footage there. And so this is more of a personal situation, and that you know this person is very close to you.
Yes. Yes, it's suspected that it's someone that is very close to me, because of issues that transpired the week before. I honestly don't feel that it was community based, and I don't know. It's just sad. It's just sad that someone had this in mind to do, because at the end of the day, this is my livelihood. This is where what I use to transport my seniors, to do my community service. And this happened. They had the mind to do something like this, not realizing the amount of areas it will affect.
Or not caring. I mean, maybe they
not caring. Period. Exactly.
Yeah.
Not caring.
Wow.
Because I go and pick up my seniors Mondays and Thursdays to come out and have a good time and drop them back home. Other events, I would transport seniors all over the place. They just don't care. They don't care. Very selfish people.
Wow.
But the devil is a liar from the pit of hell. And he didn't break me. He only make me stronger.
Are the police still holding this individual?
Yes.
Do you know they are?
Yes.
Because my God, if they did this, I mean, I'm concerned about what else, you know? Wow. Did you have insurance on your vehicle?
Third party.
Oh no. I'm Unbelievable.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there are people who are listening now who are wondering, how can we help? Because, you know, there may be people who find that you go too hard at the police or you do this or do that, but nobody deserves this. And so I want to talk about how the community who wants to rally behind you can offer some assistance, because you know, it's just such a shocking thing to have happen.
But Sandy, the thing about it is that I wouldn't have to go hard on the police if the police was to do the job they're being paid for. Nobody shouldn't have to be
I mean, let's be
behind any worker to
yeah,
do
yeah,
a job that they're getting paid for.
yeah.
You
Let's
know the law. They know the law. They just ignoring the law. They
yeah,
refuse to do what they are being paid to do.
yeah.
I
Well,
would be happy.
let's leave them alone for a minute, because I want to focus on sort of your current situation. So El Rey says, "What? The police catch the arsonist already?" Well, thank goodness that you had that video footage there, Miss Romelia, because I think that has gone a long way. Now, you say that you have an idea because of a previous incident last week, but when you look at the video footage, you know, if people are connected to social media, they'll know that the spouse of that person said that can't be them because that doesn't look like them. That's not their body type. You would know this person, I would imagine, better than anybody. When you look at if you were to look at this video objectively and what this person looks like who is pouring the gasoline, do you think that body looks like the person that they have arrested? Do you really believe it's them?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And did they, from the footage that you have, did they only put it on that one side? They didn't go around to the other
Only
side?
on that one side. Only on that one side,
Which
yes.
means that they knew that you had a camera, yes, in my opinion. And they knew that had they gone on the other side, they would have been more visible because, as you can see, the other side actually has better lighting and stuff as well.
Yes.
So they really thought that by staying on this side, it looks like they have a hoodie on, that they would disguise themselves. So what can be helpful at this stage from the police perspective? I'm sure this person didn't walk there. Did you get footage of them coming from any particular distance at all, or?
No. What the police is asking for neighbors that have Ring cameras to check their Ring cameras to see if they have any footage at that time between 1:30 and 2:00 in the morning, to see if they see this person crossing their property.
Mm-hmm.
To please let them know.
So, folks, if you live in the Windsor Park area, anywhere in Windsor Park, because, you know, there's a couple entrances, maybe check your footage. This was at 2-something in the morning. After 2:00, check your footage to see if you would have caught anyone, especially if you're in the July Street area. So Aisle 2025 says the camera was very helpful, but I can suggest putting a camera at the entrance of your property, like at the wall or fence, if you have one, somewhere in the yard itself to get a better look. And let me tell you something, camera placement can make all the difference in the world. I had someone some years ago vandalize one of my vehicles. They drove by and threw rocks at it. And we realized that because they were doing it on the roadway, it was harder for our cameras to catch the roadway. Well, since then, we have beefed up the camera footage and now ensuring that the road is also covered as well. And I'm going to tell you guys something. There are cameras that you can get that are wireless cameras that don't require any sort of a connection. And you can actually put them on trees. You can put them all the way up on light poles while we wait on, you know, the government to continue to fill out. Although you're not supposed to put anything on CUC light poles. But I'm just saying, we've had a neighbor who has an electrical company. He's had to do that because people go and break into his vehicles and steal his equipment. So right there, that pole right there, he's put up a camera right there. And I actually have some that I purchased that are completely wireless and they're easy to install. And people, even farmers, have to use them up East End because some of y'all be stealing their stuff as well. So, you know, you hate to think that we have to live in a world where cameras are everywhere, but that's exactly what you need. I mean, we must have about 50 around here, so don't try nothing. But yes, it's just absolutely shocking. Oh my gosh.
Well, I'll be checking you for fuel because then I'm going to surround my property. I'm going to surround my property with cameras.
Absolutely. Donald said this demon needs to be captured. If they're capable of doing this, they would kill as well. I pray with all of my might that they're captured and get what they deserve. Lucky Body says this person needs to be caught, charged, and locked up. Danelia says, I pray that they catch them. They do have someone in custody as we speak, folks. And Sophia says, they don't think, boy, the devil is at work. Keep praying. Marshall says this is despicable. Whoever did this to Romelia should be caught and sent to prison for life. Aliano says, boy, this is ridiculous. Gabby says, blood family ain't family anymore. Siobhan says, wow, someone close to you, that's crazy. Well, it'll be even crazier when the person is charged and we reveal who they are, because wow. As they say, with family like that, who needs enemies, my dear? Oh my God. Lemon Drop says, Nosa, our little island turning out like Jamaica and the USA. God, take control. Sophia says, and they're not even thinking that the van is used for the elders. Bad mind, I tell you, says Lucky Body. So very sad. Angela says, yes, I thought it was personal too. Aliano says, we're not that bad yet, comparing us to some other places. We're not far off if this continues, I can tell you that. Ms. Joy Sand says, can we do a GoFundMe to help her with transportation? Yes, I mean, I think we need to tell us a little bit about the van, Mr. Romelia. How many seats was it? It was how many seater?
14-seater. It was a 2011 14-seater.
So folks, if you live in the area, again, please check your cameras. Owl 2025 says walk through the neighborhood and see what you can catch on cameras. Let me see if this person is calling this number. They might be calling the show number. Are you trying to call the show, caller? No, well, we're on air, ma'am. Oh my goodness, you guys seem to not remember that we have a show every morning. We're here like clockwork. Siobhan says that the person who paid for this, the person who did this, should have to pay for the vehicle as well. I don't know why people are so bad mind. Well, definitely, I think that will happen. So we're going to see if we can get a little donation going here for Miss Romelia, indeed. And, a lot of times we think, just do third party when a vehicle is older, but sometimes it's worth the price to do the comprehensive. Oh my gosh.
Definitely.
Yeah. Yes. Aliano. No. He said it should have been Larry and his Cybertruck. No, we're not going to even wish this on Larry because this is not good.
No.
No, we don't want to wish this on anybody. Nico says, lemon drop, if you're not called Jamaican name, you're not feel good. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Damien says this looks like a teenager or a skinny male. I don't know how skinny he is, but somebody said the person you think it is fatter than this. Somebody had sent me that yesterday. Good morning, caller.
Good morning.
Morning, dear.
It is sad when you have persons who want their community to excel and to see good things taking place in their community. And you have persons that are there who they don't care about tearing down the community. They will try and do everything to get rid of this person. It is so sad, and I think that one of the main problems we have here is that we do not learn from other countries' experience. We are too lackadaisical when it comes to crime. A drug addict starts from maybe a little cigarette or a spliff. One person would say, oh, it's just a little spliff. But that leads up to bigger things. And some information for the Jamaica community here. History was created in Jamaica, Sunday gone. But for 23 years, it's the first Sunday that the country has never recorded a murder.
Wow. Oh my God.
For 23 years.
They went, wow.
So you see, when the government starts to take things in hand, things will change. And those who don't know, we actually have facial recognition system in downtown Kingston. The crime rate in Jamaica has gone way down because of those things. And we in Cayman, the government, the police, need to just look at other people's example and nip the things that you see in the bud that are going to lead to greater things. And Ms. Romelia, I don't know you, but my heart goes out for you.
Thank you.
But do not let this stop you.
No,
from
sir.
Yes,
Okay,
Father. Thank you so much, my dear. Wow, well, that's quite something. Thank you for that. Wow. So we have a neighbor of yours, or former neighbor, Julie Brown, saying that you made her go to court one time. My friend, you made me go to court for parking by my yard. This should not be a surprise to you. Remember that brick that they sent through that glass door where you were staying at a couple years ago? I love you, leave people alone. So what do you say to that, people in your community who say to you to just leave people alone?
That is people that you find that are lawless and don't care about people safety, their own children's safety, because at the end of the day, you have a lot of kids in the neighborhood who have to be walking around these parked vehicles into the street, and that is not safe. You have vehicles, emergency vehicles needs to get in and can't get in because of these vehicles park in the road. My God, they got driveway, park in your driveway. Care about your community, care about people, care about human life. Human safety should be a concern. If you have a driveway, park in your driveway. You find a lot of times down in there that the driveway is empty, the yards are empty, and people are still parking on the street. Why they do that, I don't know. I love safety. I'm very concerned with safety. I'm very concerned with eyesore, with garbage thrown around the place. I am very concerned about the lives of our people. The lives of our people matter. Our children's lives matter. It could be her grandson walking around these vehicles in a car, lick him down because he's out in the road. People are not thinking. They think that I'm just evil, but it's no. I am a concerned person that likes to see things done and to see what a word I'm looking for now. Being proactive. You don't wait until an accident happens if it can be prevented. I saw it was a Sunday. I think it was Sunday. I'm coming home. A car parked on the side of the road. Two little boys rode out from behind that car to get around it into the road where I was coming. I had to stop my vehicle and ask who's the owner of the vehicle and spaces in the yard. Please park your vehicles off the road. The road is not for parking. Safety should be in everybody's mind. If you love people, safety about each other should be in the back of everybody's heads. Park off the street. The road was not made for parking.
All right, give me 1 second, Miss Romelia. We've got some breaking news here this morning. All right, folks. So I understand that breaking news alert, we have a high-speed police chase occurring in the district of West Bay this morning involving a blue Honda Fit, or sources are telling us. They're asking, well, not they, we are asking everyone to please be cautious, get out of the way, because apparently they almost crashed into a truck just now. So this is a high-speed chase happening in West Bay this morning. Please be cautious because, yes, other people, innocent people, can get caught up in these things. Oh, my gosh. What a mess. All right. Let's continue. Shani says this is horrid. He could have caught her house on fire as well. I pray the court throws the book at him. Yeah, this is going to be jail time. Whoever did this, this is not going to be a slap on the wrist, folks. This is very, very serious. So KY345 says, Mr. Romelia, did the recent past minister who took over social development give any funds for a new bus, as he said he was working towards?
Not as yet.
Mm-hmm. Angeline says, good morning, everyone. Miss Sandra, can you bring in those cameras as well and offer them for sale to the public in addition to the dash cams? Well, the short answer is yes, I can. I do have a retail license, just FYI. I want everybody to know that I'm always trying to be compliant as much as I can. So I do I've had a retail license because I've been in this space of electronic sales and stuff for quite some time. So I do have a retail license. So the short answer is I can, but sometimes with cameras, it is important to have a visit first to the location, to look at the location and see what can work. Like I said, we have multiple different types of cameras at our home, some that you would not know that are even cameras. And so it just depends on what you want. But yes, Miss Angeline, that's entirely possible. If you need some help, perhaps just reach out to me. There's a couple good ones that are on the market. I know most people, of course, will have a Ring doorbell. Those are helpful, but everyone is quite familiar with those and exactly what they look like. But you want to have more coverage than just by your door. Like I said, it's imperative that perhaps you have some street coverage and stuff as well. So yeah, so sad. Oh my gosh. Lord Jehovah, what a mess. Okay, y'all can stop calling up Jamaica's name now, please. No fighting in the class this morning. Irvlin says people have to walk around with body cams like the police. You know what is so funny? Yes, just yesterday, somebody said to me, Miss Sandy, how can I get a body cam? And I was like, a body cam? They said, yes. Can we get you to bring in some of those too? And I was like, Lord have mercy. So it's so funny that you say that because, Lord, are we there? But yes, they have body cams too, Wow, night vision, fast charging, all kind of thing. Do we really need body cams? Well, I don't know what's next, honey chill. We might. Anyway, we can source those too, I suppose. My God, what a world. I'm going to look at some and see which ones are perhaps realistic. Vernita says, I think those balaclavas and hoodies, etc., should be banned. Blood family can be the worst. God bless you, Mr. Romelia. I mean, listen, you can't ban a hoodie. I think during the day, people should not be able to walk into certain places. Like you can't walk into a bank with those, but you ban them, and it's the criminals who don't care about the law anyway that are going to be walking around in them. And 2:00 in the morning, no good person is walking around with one of those on their heads unless they're up to no good. So the criminals are not going to follow the law. That's like, guns are legal in this country. And what do the criminals do? They have full access to guns, and they're using guns and they're robbing people and doing the most. So I don't know. I mean, I agree. During the day, especially, you shouldn't allow them to walk around with it once they've left their job sites. Amaya says it takes an evil and corrupted heart to do things like that. But no surprise, yesterday I had to block all of my sisters back in my country. They are evil as well, poisoning my kids against me. So no surprise if a family member did this. My God. It's so sad when our families are so disjointed in such a way. Marshall says clearly they're trying to hurt her where it hurts, right at her livelihood, which is sad because I'm sure this person has at some point or another benefited from Miss Romelia's livelihood. And to take that away from her is just shocking. What a hot mess. Miss Margie says, you just said, Mr. Romelia, it will make you stronger. God is good at all times. God, you're okay. You're a child of God, and he will always protect his people in all situations.
That's
Evil,
right.
sit amongst us daily. It's so much evil in this world, and it's worse to come. I just hope police get the evil satanic person that did this horrible act. Praying for you, and I'm looking and can believe your island needs to protect people like you. There that are caregivers, because not really nobody wants to deal with, and then unfortunately it got cut off. Jean says watching the complete and total degradation of the society here for the past 41 years is absolutely heartbreaking. This is not what you have to accept at the expense of modernity, infrastructure, and expansion. Julie says, is this the first time that that's happened on July Street? I don't know. Have you, can you, I don't know how long you've been there, but to your mind, are you aware of any instance like this before?
Not that I recall. No, not of anything like this happening. No, I don't recall. And I've been here since Ivan. We all moved in here since Hurricane Ivan.
Ms. Lucille says, don't mind, Mr. Romelia. God is with you today. Stay strong. Aisle 25 is asked about car insurance. Unfortunately, aisle 25, she only had third party, which would only come in if her vehicle, hit another vehicle or whatever. So she didn't have comprehensive insurance on this vehicle.
And ironically, that expired today, the 11th.
Wow. Unbelievable. Plain and Straight says this was an evil act, not only because of the intention to burn her van, but because obviously no consideration was given to the possibility that the fire could have burnt down other people's houses. That's right. And that could have cost people their lives. This is quite serious. Yeah. Venice says, you see, most in the world are in favor of lawlessness. Judges, magistrates, and politicians are not on the good citizen side. They're on the side of the criminals. El Rey says that's where it starts, with small infractions, which become the norm and escalate to more serious infractions. Marshall, that says that sounds like a bad-minded person who made that comment. I don't know which comment you're referring to, but okay. So horrible. Oh, Mr. Romelia, all we can do is say that we're sorry. And of course, people are asking if we can put together a little donation for you. So, how can we go about trying to assist you during this time of need?
Miss Sandy, I really appreciate all the offer, and I will take any help that I can get right now because I need a vehicle. Tomorrow, God's willing, is Seniors Day. I need transportation to pick up my seniors. Any help I would be willing to and appreciate, most appreciated of.
So incredibly sad. Well, let's see what we can do. One thing about Cayman is we do have an amazing community, and I've seen it in action before. And no doubt you guys will step up to the plate now. And I just want to really just encourage as many people as possible to, see how they can assist. I'm going to read some other messages here that's coming in the show phone. So this person says, good morning, Sandy. On the cameras, perhaps conservation could be given consideration, I think, should be given to people reaching out to small businesses, individuals to do the same visits and then provide the cameras. That would take stress off of you whilst allowing small business to make some money. Yes, I mean, most definitely. Caller, if you're meaning to call the show line, this isn't it. This is my personal number.
No, I'm not calling no show line after the show.
Okay.
Call and make some arrangement.
All right, there. Okay.
Right, yeah, bye.
Sandy, perhaps the ministry has a vehicle they can help Miss Romelia with. Yes, so FRU is chasing a blue Honda Fit. More units are heading west. So something going on West Bay this morning. Thank you. Okay, thank you so much. Oh boy, what a hot mess. Just checking a few messages. Thank you. Good morning. Yesterday at approximately 5:20, I picked up a lady and gentleman heading to Georgetown, and someone left a bag in their blue van. I'd like to return their belongings. Okay. All right. We will post that up. Thank you so much for sending that to us. We'll post that. And, there's a phone that was found on Friday. We're so happy to say that we were able to reunite that person yesterday with their phone. So every day, CMR is trying to play their small little part to get it sorted out. Let's see here. All right. So sad. Oh my gosh. All right, folks, again, this is absolutely shocking that this has happened. Miss Romelia says, Miss Brenda, I'm sorry for the vicious act on you yesterday. I hope that this mystery will be solved. Rosemary says, the world is becoming a sad place. People are so heartless and selfish. Lord, help us. Shani says, have the police confirm this was a family member. Can you, as Miss Romelia, ask Miss Romelia to confirm if she can? So Miss Romelia is deciding not to name the person, and but the person that they have arrested is a family member. That much we know. So that's what we know. They're still in police custody. She has just confirmed as well. Curtis says maybe someone can set up a GoFundMe to help this lady out. GoFundMes have to be linked to a US account. So that's one of the difficulties with doing that particular type of fundraising. So we'll have to figure out how to work around that and do something locally. But yes, we'll put something together. Rental vans, perhaps if someone has a secondhand rental van that Mr. Romelia could use, or could purchase, even on terms, maybe that's not a bad idea, to kind of get her back on her feet immediately, where she could have access to the vehicle and then make monthly payments. I'm just throwing stuff out there, folks. I don't know what is out there in the used market, but if anybody can help Mr. Romelia to find a comparable vehicle, again, hers was, how many seater, Mr. Romelia, remind me?
14-seater.
14-seater. And she is a taxi driver. So of course, that is how, she earns her little living and stuff as well. But yes, maybe if you have I know sometimes these rental companies will be unloading vans and stuff like that, and they have them at a discounted price. If any of you are in that market and you can assist Miss Romelia, please reach out. Sandra Miller says, Rom, I'm sorry. Sorry, it's hard to hear this happen in Windsor Park. Keep up your community work.
Definitely.
Yeah. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. What a mess. Miss Romelia, thank you so much. Very, very sad day to have seen this happening on our beautiful island. And I don't really care what the reasons are, but this is horrible.
Sure is.
Oh boy, where someone says, what happened to the government vehicles that Mr. McKeeva drive and Dwayne Seymour? I wonder if government could sell them and donate to Mr. Amelia. I don't know how government deals with government assets, but I don't think it's probably as easy just to sell a government asset like that. Some of those vehicles, I understand, are in such poor condition. We know John rode off one of them, but they're in such poor condition that they're not even usable. John, I must say, I found it so peculiar that those ministers were driving around in government vehicles and apparently didn't even have a vehicle of their own because, John is now driving up and down in a rental car. So all those years, he was just driving up and down in government vehicle, didn't even save his money to buy a little Honda Fit for himself. No, sir. Oh, what a hot mess. All right, so we have some footage of the Chase West base. I'm going to play that here. Miss Romelia, thank you so much for coming on the program today. And
Thank you, Sandy, for having me.
Yes, darling. We're going to see how best we can assist you with this situation.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, my dear.
Okay.
Okay, love. All right, let me see if we can get some footage up. Just give me one quick second here. What a mess. Yikes. Okay, so we've got someone who's sharing, again, this is breaking news here on the Cold Hard Truth. Just give me 1 second. This police chase, I don't know what's going on in the West, but something dropping. So let me just have a look here. This is some footage from their car camera. Look at this. Lord Jesus. Wow. Through the tunnel, look how fast they were going in a Honda Fit. Oh, wow. That is high speed. Look, yeah. And that wasn't a proper lean, I can tell you that. Whoa. Thank you so much for sharing that. Oh my Lord. What a mess. Let me do one of my AI videos real quick. The ones that you guys love so much. Breaking news. Listen, there's multiple steps to creating these AI videos. If you guys appreciated how much work I put into this, y'all wouldn't be complaining so much. Ciao. Oh, there's more? Is this? Oh, more footage? Oh my gosh, you guys are amazing with the footage. Thank you for sharing. All right. I'm going to show y'all how we do things around here real quick. Yep. All right. So, let me see here now. All right, give me one quick second. There's multiple steps to getting this done. So step number one, firearm. I got to write the script first. Response unit is involved in a high pursuit chase. You guys are going to see how Sandy works. A high pursuit chase this morning, heading into West Bay with a blue Honda Fit. Multiple units are said to be now responding. See footage here. All right, so we grab the script and then I am going to take that, voice it. I'm going to do it in my voice today. So hold on. Then I go to my next tool. and then I'm going to voice it. We're going to pick Sandy's voice because y'all be complaining. Oh, Sandy, we prefer you. Okay. All right. We're going to voice it. Let me hear what it sounds like. I preview it normally. See? See, then I don't have to script all that. It would be impossible for me to do that. All right, then I go to my third tool. I want you all to stop complaining about my AI people because they're working hard for their money, honey child. Yes. And then I have to upload the audio. Let me see now. Which one is it? Let me put this in date order. Hold on. I gotta make sure that let me just see where that just saved actually. All right, give me 1 second. Yes, okay. And then I gotta select that one. And then okay, all right. So then I put that one there, upload audio, and then I have to do the image. All right, I'll do myself today because you guys you be complaining about everything. So let me do my own image. Let me see. Yes. We got breaking news. The thing is, I'm trying to remember if I did one of myself with breaking news. Let me see who's breaking news. Breaking news is, you see, I need to create some more images. Sorry, the breaking news is not me. Breaking news is the other beautiful girl. So she's gonna have my voice. That's the best we can do. So then we're gonna do, okay, with, okay, all right. And then we're going to render that. And then I'm gonna speak to my graphics guy to see if I can get one of me with breaking news. Okay, for the, okay. All right. So give me a few, and then that's going to be up on the website. So listen, yes, we have to compromise. And then there's another step after this that is involved in kind of putting it together. It's not easy. AI ain't that easy. Okay. But y'all need to stop complaining about my little AI characters because honestly, I don't care. What you should be focused on is the fact that we are bringing you amazing content. Kaboom. Tell me who else this morning is going to have in the next 5 minutes this breaking news. We're going to have what's going on, the video footage of the incident, of part of the chase, up on our website. Nobody else can bring that to you. I don't care what they're spending on fancy studios. So y'all need to relax a little bit. Yes, we operate on a budget. So what? Y'all will be fine. Remember? Y'all will be fine. All right, hold on. I realized I wasn't actually part of the news team, so I think he has, hold on a second. I don't think he has. He's going to use my AI twin. Actually, hold on a second. I think I can do high speed pursuit, not high pursuit. Yes, high speed pursuit. Thank you. Let me see what other pictures I can get. Hold on. Sometimes what I have to do is I have to give him my guy, the image to kind of start to work with. And then he can kind of go from there. So let me see where my picture is. Let me see. All right. You guys getting a little bit of an insight into how all this works. It's not as easy as you think, honey chill. I wonder where this other image of me is. You see, and the problem is I realize one of the issues is one of the reasons why she looks like she's smiling is because if the original picture is showing like teeth, it is smiling. It's hard, it seems like, for the AI to then alter that, right? So it still uses that kind of same vibe. I need to find another picture. That's difficult. Let me see what he sent me. He just sent me something. Hold on. Let me see. He's on it. And it's good. Yes, honey child, that'll work. Okay. All right. We're going to work with this one. We are going to work with that one. Yep. Okay. That works. All right. Hold on one second, honey chill. Okay. So I'm actually going to do another one. Another image. Can I go back to the home page? Let's do another one because he just sent me. Let me see. Yes, let's use this one. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, give me 1 second. This is what we got to do, folks. This is how it works. Upload audio, and then, okay. Okay, Okay. All right, let's render another one and see which one looks better. Okay. Thank you. I wonder if we can put them all. Okay, hold on. Can we place the other news AI persons in the same folder? So when I'm looking for them, it's easier. Yes. All right, so give us a few minutes and we'll have that up. Yes, I have that footage. So now we have 3 FRU that joined, 1 white RAV4. Okay, so now, because the news isn't complete until it's completely updated, so now I have to write the social media script to go with that. Okay, media caption. So, you know, there's, yes, these details. Okay, for you, units. Okay. 2 patrol cars in a bypass going west on license. Okay. Including the above. Yep. So there you go. Now we're gonna combine it all together. I know y'all think it's easy, but it's not. This is where that CMR drone would be excellent right now. Listen, we have a drone and I don't know how to use a drone. I'm afraid of crashing that in the bushes or in the water or something. So appreciate the hard work that goes into the things that we do around here. Like I said, we're not trying to, you know, pretend like we got $1 million sitting in the backyard. We don't. We do things on a budget, but we're trying to get you guys the news. We're trying to tell you about your safety. Stay out of the way when you see the police chasing somebody, and it is what it is. Jim says everybody's a critic. I know. That's why I don't pay him no mind. I mean, you know, yeah, y'all will be fine. Y'all still don't get used to the AI people bobbing their heads. Focus on the content of what they're saying. They be too happy, says Damien. I'm aware, like I said, it's because the original photo was somebody who's smiling. Strong Will says, Sandy, that sounds like too much work. It is a lot of work. Miss Rosemary says, AI is not easy, Sandy. I basically have to do like 6 steps to get you that final product. That's what I'm telling y'all. Don't be, you know, rude. and talking about we don't like it. You don't even know what goes into it, honey child. It ain't easy, but that's okay. You don't get in the space for an easy ride. You expect to be criticized because people don't even know themselves what it takes to do this job. They think it's easy. And I say, come on, do it. Come on, go walk up to a total stranger and do a street interview, or, write a story, or do this or do that, typo free. And then y'all be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I thought it, yum, 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 yum. And I'm like, I'm telling y'all, nobody's perfect. Let me see if this is ready. And despite all of that, not for nothing, but we still do an amazing job around here, the entire team. Thank you so much. Want to thank, I smell some food. Miss Stacy cooking something around the place. I don't know what that is. But yes, it's still great to be able to get this information out there to our community as accurately and as quickly as possible. This is about 80% done. And then we're going to post that up. And please, folks, if you're in the West Bay area, I don't know what's going on, but, the popo is chasing them. And so something is up. And, sometimes people run for the police for the wrong reasons. Normally, there's something going on there. And sometimes they're running because they have a reason to run. We don't know yet what it is. The fact of the matter is that people will run if you chase them. That's a natural response. But these guys, you will find, are running from the police normally for a really, really good reason. I'm not a huge supporter of police chases on this island. I think there are other things, I've talked about this in excess of 20 years, that they can actually deploy, but they've not gotten there yet. So, because I say this because I almost got killed once in a police chase right here in Cayman. Morning, Miss Dawn. You're late to class. Police chase, honey child. Do we get paid for this training class, or do we have to pay you for the training course? Asking for a friend. Normally, you'd be paying for this kind of information, honey child. Jim, you're so funny. Alma says the problem with that, Miss Brenda, is not all the time the rightful owner is driving the vehicle. Oh, let me see. What did Miss Brenda say? She says, I don't know why the police are chasing this vehicle, but since they are not trained in vehicle chases, I thought this action was banned because of the danger in doing so. No, it's not banned. The last time we had a lengthy police chase, it ended with several people being killed, government sued, and needless to say, several families left with lots of grief. They can get the license plate and make an arrest anytime. Safety for the public first. Well, what the police say is what Ms. Alma is saying is that, is it Ms. Alma? Yes, I think so. Oh, yes. A lot of times the person, once they track down the vehicle, it's either rental or the owner claims that it wasn't them driving the vehicle, and all of a sudden, oh yeah, my vehicle was stolen and I don't know by who, and honey child, it's a mess. So there is that. And yeah. All right. So now we have to go to social and we're going to post this up. So yeah, it is challenging. Now I think there's a lot of different things that the police can do. We've got the helicopter, but I think sometimes it's not as easy to get that helicopter up as quickly as you think. I want to give the police as much assistance as possible. No doubt room for improvement, but I do understand the point that if someone is passing you right now and they've got a firearm, by the time you radio in and say, get that helicopter up, you're probably going to lose at least 10 or 15 minutes and they could disappear. We got to start working on some solutions. But the biggest thing in my mind, unfortunately, is that most of our officers, as Ms. Brenda has rightfully said, are not trained. What is this? Failing to download asset. What the heck? Okay. Most of our officers are really not trained. And so we either do better training, and let me also put this out there. Police chases are very, very high risk. as it relates to, innocent bystanders and innocent people. They're normally the ones who get killed. It's not the person that you're chasing. So let me just, can I just listen to this for one quick second? Because I want to make sure this is. Mhm, mhm. Okay. All right. That'll have to do. I can't listen to the whole thing because we're in the middle of a show. So, westbound. Okay. Hold on. All right. So, yeah. So now we put it up and we wait for y'all to complain. But like I said, the only ones right now, bet y'all $5, nobody else has reported anything about this police chase. So ease up on the complaints. If you don't want it, listen, life is full of choices and you've got amazing choices. If you don't like AI, Compass has a wonderful studio. I've heard costs a lot of money. The colors are beautiful. They've got live people. They'll tell you at 6 o'clock this evening about the police chase. So go listen at 6 o'clock this evening. All right, that's what you must do. Good morning, honey chow. Ooh, my eggs are being delivered. Ooh, egg delivery. I'm so happy.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Hold on one second. Yeah, she's coming. She's coming. Miss Stacy? Fresh local eggs.
Have a great day.
Oh, wonderful. I don't know if Miss Stacy. There she is. Fresh local eggs. Sorry, caller. Good morning. Uh-oh. Honey child, were you calling me? I'm sorry. I was so excited to get my fresh local eggs. Farmers. Whoop, whoop. I'll call you back, honey child. My apologies. That was all my fault. Ooh, what's that noise in the line this morning? What is that? What is that noise? Nadesia says people dislike what they don't understand. Abby says in a year they won't be able to tell the difference. Trust me. It's only a matter of time before these things are going to get so good. Jonathan, how you doing, honey chow? He says the only AI I find useful or worthwhile is the one I put over top of my wood grill ribeye. But you do you. The AI sauce. As it pertains to this and any other high-speed police chase, if the police were to organize themselves to have patrol or traffic units armed with spike strips, ding, 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 that would be a way to head off. I wonder if they have any at all, because I've been suggesting this since Hurricane Ivan, and I don't think they have any. Soka says, make the owner responsible no matter what. But responsible for what? If somebody, because, they come up with, oh, somebody stole my car. If it is a legitimate car theft, you can't hold somebody responsible for that. And all of them come up with these stories. Oh, my son stole my car. I had no idea that he was a gun runner and all this kind of stuff. It is challenging in a court of law to hold someone else responsible in those circumstances. All right, so we've sent it out to our various groups. And that is how we do it, folks. Live and direct. Right here on CMR. Okay. Miss Brenda says if it wasn't the owner of the vehicle, then the owner must give the name of who is driving. If the owner doesn't comply, then arrest them immediately. Siobhan, still here listening. Good morning, Miss Marjorie. So sorry about what happened to Miss Romelia. She's a good person. Always wanting only to help. Dear God. Ugh. What a mess. Thank you, Jim. Please send me a bill. You keep giving me free eggs. I need my bill. I appreciate it. Strong Will says, Sandy, what would you? Well, Miss Stacy earns her keep. She is a good worker. Oh, that's A1 sauce. I think he's using plain words, but I'm not sure. Is there a state called AI? I don't think there's a state called AI, so I'm assuming it's the A1 sauce. I don't know. Oh, shoot. Hold on. I totally forgot to do something. This is what happens when you're Russian, honey child. I forgot to include the chase video, which I know is what you guys really want to see. All right, give me a second. I forgot the last step. Whew. I told y'all there are a lot of steps involved. Hold on, honey child. I'm gonna get it. Okay. All right. Let me add the little videos in. Give me 1 second, honey child. There's this one and there's this one. And now I have to put them together. Okay, so we do so many frames per second. Okay, my bad. I forgot a whole step. I told y'all this ain't easy. This ain't for the faint of heart. And then I'm gonna put the footage in because that's what y'all really want to see. Y'all like, oh, Sandy, we want to see the footage. Then I have to export this. Okay, so yeah, poor Miss Romelia. What a hot mess. I might have to get a new computer soon. I mean, I do so much work on this one that sometimes I feel like this computer, which never gets turned off, needs a little bit of a break. You know what I mean? Honey chill. All right, so now I have to take those videos down because they're not quite complete. So give me a second. Let me just delete this one. All right, give me a second. We're gonna delete that. Oh, it says I can't remove it. We can edit on Facebook, but not Instagram doesn't allow you to edit. Isn't that messed up? Okay, hold on. I can edit Facebook. That's not a problem. Instagram will have to repost. So give me 1 second. Instagram folks, let's edit this for Facebook. Edit post. And then I can take that one out and re-add the video. Okay, there we go. So Facebook is updating. Instagram, there's no way to edit, so you have to delete and redo the whole shebang. Mm-hmm. All right, dashboard, profile. We're gonna create a post and then we'll upload it. Wonderful. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. And then I gotta post my text. And there we go. All right, high speed pursuit in West Bay. Coming from somewhere in West Bay Road, looks like. So as soon as we have more details, obviously the police will let us know, or somebody else in the neighborhood will tell us, Sandy, they just crashed in my neighborhood and you want to know what they were up to? And I'm going to say, yep, honey child, tell me. And that's how it goes. New community news. I know it was a new concept when we introduced CMR, but it is what it is. Ms. Brenda says everyone should know the details of their vehicle. If it was stolen, then a police report should have been made. Child, I have seen some stuff in court, Ms. Brenda. You would be surprised. When I woke up this morning and my car was missing, or I didn't even know, they didn't even notice the car was missing until the police contacted them. All kind of me stories you gonna hear. And, you know, then they go before a jury of their peers and the jury believes them. This is the part that you gotta, you know, Lord have mercy. I tell you what, it's not easy. All right, I think we're going to have, we need to have some Amazon time this week so I can tell you guys about some amazing products I want you guys to try. We're gonna start doing little miniature product reviews. We need to catch up with the Boys to Men program. We actually did record their segment this weekend. And so I'm going to play that this week. I have to play one of my K-Man Voices segments. This is why I need CMR TV, because we do have a lot of amazing content. CMR TV, oh my God, it's coming. Website is done. Now we're going to start uploading some content. The content creators are busy doing stuff. We have new people. Let me check in with one of my designers, because I've been waiting on him to get this video. And he not delivered it all now. This better be an amazing video by the time I get it 2 weeks later. Yeah. So anyway, I'm super excited. that CMR TV is going to be launching with a variety of different programs. Bertha says, if you're teaching a course in AI podcasts and such, I'm definitely willing to take a course with you. I'd rather pay someone who is well known here than trust those who are popping up all over Facebook. Aw, I don't have the skills. I'm not a master. I'm a jack of many trades and a master of one or two. So I am new to AI. So I'm not claiming to be any kind of AI expert. I myself am learning. And of course, I love to learn. I love to learn new things. So I wouldn't say that I'm ready for any of that. But I appreciate the vote of confidence. That's amazing that you even think I could be ready for something like that, because I'm not. But I'm ready to shop and tell you guys some good deals. Does that help? Okay. Now, there is something that I am missing out of my orders that I had the other day. I need to go and look. Okay, can I talk to you guys a little bit more about the dash cam? Some of you are asking some questions, and I want to make sure that you have all of the correct information, accurate information to make a decision. You don't have to order it, obviously, from me. You can go and buy whatever the heck you want. But when it comes to quality, if you are interested in a quality product that is backed up by the manufacturer, I have not seen any other dash cam come with a 18-month warranty. You're lucky if you get 30 days. I'm just saying. So you get the hardwire kit. That is, so some of you asking me, is it easy to install? Can I install it myself? The short answer is no. It requires professional installation because this person has to take the hardwire kit and put it to your fuse box and all kind of stuff. So they need to know what they're doing. Don't make anybody touch your car who doesn't have a clue. And I can tell you, nobody touches my cars but a handful of people. And this guy is well trained. Yes, because he has to take things down. And you don't want him breaking any parts, and he has to put it back together, and it has to look good and the whole 9 yards. So this is my my alarm. He does alarm systems and stuff as well. Anything like that, speaker systems that you need with your car, this is your guy. So he's gonna hardwire it. Good morning, caller.
Cassandra.
Yes, ma'am. Morning.
Morning, Anne-Marie.
Anne-Marie, how you doing, honey?
Yeah. Yeah, I saw the car and I never have no license plate.
The car the police chasing?
The blue car.
Lord Jesus,
it was at the bus park and I was right there watching them.
All the way from town that car came?
Yeah, from town.
Wow. Well, thank you for the update.
Yes.
That means it could be a stolen car then too.
I don't know.
All right,
that,
baby.
That car always racing and carrying, picking up passenger in the car. I have him license plate here. I have him license plate.
You have the
he pick up people in the car.
Wait,
and the bus driver.
The license plate is at the bus station?
No, me have it. Not my bus.
Oh, why do you have it in your bus?
No, all me get him license plate. Him always a pick up passenger. In a car in front of the buses.
Oh, you mean you have it written down?
Yeah, and him all in him see the bus, him pick up passengers.
Oh.
Yeah, pick up. That's his job. My permit is not to pick up passenger.
So you know who the person is, basically. They've been at this for a while.
I don't know him. I saw him all the time.
What a mess. Okay.
Yeah.
All
so
right.
I don't know what kind of wrongs he did this morning. But as the license plate, if it's him, but that car look just like him on the car.
Yeah. So now they have to prove that, you see. They have to make sure that that's him. All right, honey child. I appreciate it.
And
thank you.
You need my camera, Miss Sandra. Text you.
Yes.
How much is the $450?
Yes. When did it message me? Oh, message me the other
years. Your number is sent
Oh,
to
you
me. I
said you
just
need
saw
2
it.
cameras. Yes. Okay. I can get you sorted out today.
Just give me one for now. Come and have enough money like that now.
Okay. All
I
right.
never know says so much money for it. But just give me
Yes,
one.
because you get the whole kit. You get all 5 pieces into it. So,
Yeah, man. Yeah, you know you have good things.
all right. Cool.
So
All
this
right.
my
I'll
money
get you.
center.
Yeah, I can get you sorted out today.
Yeah, all right.
Okay,
Okay,
hon.
Mr.
All right, good. All right, so you get the hard wiring kit, right? Professional installation required. You also get the 250 6 gig SD card, so records on the card, right? Somebody said remind them about the cloud recording, and you can transfer it easily to your phone. You get it's the Vantru N4 Pro. There's multiple units, but this is the Pro version. Comes with Wi-Fi, Starvis 2, which I'm going to tell you guys, hold on, what that is. So that's actually a special chip that comes in the, let me show you guys this. This is now when you talk about quality, this is why the quality of what you get, not all dash cams are created equal. So let me show you this. The sensor that is in this vehicle is called the Starvis 2, and it's a new standard for dash cams. And hold on, only certain of their models come with this, but the Starvis 2 technology is what they call high performance. Let me show you all the difference now so that you can see what a difference it makes. So this is high performance new generation image censoring technology by Sony. Now, you guys know Sony, they're a brand that has been in electronics, and Sony makes amazing lenses and cameras. That's what they're known for. So that is why when you see this now, let me show you the difference. What does all that technical stuff mean? This is what it means. You go from the image on the left to the image on the right. You see how the image on the right, you get a better reading of stuff like the license plate number and stuff like that. It gives you that quality of improvement in the dash cam. Superior video quality during nighttime operation in particular. So these sensors make dash cams, if it has it, really efficient in low light environments because they produce sharp and detailed video recording during nighttime or in areas with poor lighting. HDR capability. So this actually boosts the accurate colors and so on. So you can see the image there, an example if you don't have it versus if you have it. Beautiful. All right. So in addition to that, folks, you also have, let me get you all the features. Like I said, Wi-Fi, so you can download it right to your phone. You don't necessarily have to take out the SIM card. The HDR night vision, that's that sensor we were just talking about. 4K. So you have the option of putting the cameras in different recording mode, but it comes with 4K capability. And I would suggest you record in 4K because, again, that's going to give you the best possible image. Sounds like I getting breakfast this morning, honey child. Come on through, Miss Stacy. What are you surprising me with today? You know, I forgot to eat my salad last night. Don't ask. Ooh, where we get plantain from? Yes, sir. Off my tree? Oh, my tree had plantain. So here's the 4K. This is what it looks like, folks. Thank you, ma'am. We got breadfruit this morning. Yes, sir. 10 seconds pre-recording buffered motion detection. 24 hours park in mode. So there's that. Still on air. Hello? Yes, but I'm on air. Can I call you back? Okay, no worries. Okay, hon. Okay, good. That's a potential customer calling me. So we will definitely be calling them back because Auntie has bills to pay. All right, so look here now. 30% brighter than others, buffered 24 hours park in mode, 10 seconds before and 30 seconds after the event are saved. So you get that additional bit. so you don't miss any details. Someone vandalizes your car. I mean, I hate to say it, but we see that it's possible for people to vandalize your car. You've got the captured footage. See here? All right, so in addition, it says optional CPL. We give you the CPL in this kit. So this is a 5-piece kit, folks. All right. So you get the CPL. The CPL is actually a lens cover. Let me try to remember what CPL stands for. Polarized. So this is the polarized lens cover. In my opinion, when you live in this jurisdiction, that ain't optional, honey child. That is a must, because we have very, very bright light when you're driving around. And so it becomes necessary for you to be able to, see properly, and the dash cam needs to record with all of that reflection off of it. So this now is where the CPL lens goes on top of it. Now our installer knows all the parts and what he needs to do. And you can see the difference with the CPL versus without it, right? It cuts down on that glare significantly. At the very top, you also get the remote control. So what is the remote control used for? That is if something happens in front of you, you can do the voice thing, but a lot of us forget that we can talk, because it does have a voice feature as well, voice control. We forget that you can talk to it. So, might not understand your accent. There might be different reasons why you don't use the voice control. All you have to do is press that button and it takes a photo. You can take a photo. All right, let me show you some more features. So you get the lens, the remote control, the camera itself, the, hold on. All of these parts and then some, okay? And then you also get the, there's one more piece in there. What else is in there? Oh gosh, it'll come to me. All right, some additional features. G sensor and mileage statistics. So it can tell you the average miles, travel distance. It has all of that in there. I don't necessarily use those features. The G sensor is good, because the G sensor, what that does is if something bumps into you or hits you, it automatically takes a picture. Yes. So even when I'm going over speed bumps, if you're in my car, you hear it go click. If it's a really rough speed bump, because it thinks, ooh, what was that bump? That's good. Somebody bumps into your car while you're parked, it's going to pick up on it. So it has the G sensor. And like I said, smart voice control. You can tell it to turn on and off Wi-Fi, turn the screen off and on, turn on the audio, show the front and rear cameras. So there's a variety of different commands that are in there that you can actually tell it also. So you don't have to take your hands off the steering wheel if you don't want to when you're driving, once you know the commands. All right. So it has a buffered motion detection, allows you to manually adjust the recording area to avoid trivial videos caused by changes like in skylight or falling leaves, etc. So the G sensor, you can adjust how sensitive that is. Mine was a little bit too sensitive the other day, so I adjusted it down to a 3 instead of a 5. The cabin camera, that's the one inside, has an f1.8 aperture. This is a little technical stuff, but this is when you know it's a good camera. Plus 4 IR LEDs, that's infrared LEDs, which makes it possible to record the passenger activity inside the car clearly, even in total darkness. So when somebody breaks into your car and you want to see that thief trying to steal your coins or whatever, that's where that cabin, if it's in total darkness, you can capture them as well. So you get 4K on one camera, 1080p, 2-channel recording, and you can decide if you want to set the front camera and the rear camera, my apologies, to 4K plus 1080p, or you can do front and inside at 4K and 1080p dual channel mode. So there's a couple ways that you can set it up in terms of the quality of what you're recording. The rear camera can rotate 360 degrees according to your needs, offering great flexibility for what's going on behind your car. Or you can turn the camera to the trunk to monitor your luggage for SUVs and pickup trucks. So you can use it to I use mine to capture what's behind me. So when somebody rear ends you, you got them on camera, or you can turn it to actually do a rear cabin inside of the vehicle as well. So listen, it's got 5G, Wi-Fi, and GPS. So it supports OTA upgrades. That means over the air. Over the air upgrade mean that you don't have to take the camera down to upgrade it. It's going to automatically, do all of that. When you get in an accident, because it has that GPS feature, it can also tell you exactly where you are. Again, that's helpful. The guy's like, no, the car wasn't there. It was further up the road. You said, here's my video footage. And the GPS tells me exactly where it was located. So that makes it easy to edit your clips, preview, download your videos, and even share them if you want to. You can even share them to, different social media apps and so on. So track on Google Maps via the Vantrue app, and you get the free GPS player, and it looks just like that. So it is really, really cool. I must say it's a great, listen, I don't believe in selling people junk, and I don't use junk myself. If I use it and I have tried and tested it, and I've had questions, I've reached out to customer support. Customer support is very, very good. If they have to replace your camera, they're not tricking you and this and that. They just say, listen, send us back the unit and I'll assist with all of that, because we're the reseller here in Cayman. And in fact, for the region, I haven't really, promoted it anywhere else, but we are the reseller here. So that 18-month warranty, I send you a receipt when you purchase it. You hold on to that for your 18 months. So, yes. All right. So Ms. Brenda says she still got her Volvo. Is that what you drive, Ms. Brenda? You're missing my Volvo. Now, listen to this, right? There is a senior in our community. I'm not going to say who she is. She's in her 80s, and she brought me some mangoes yesterday. And as she was sitting there talking to me, I saw she had a little scrape in her car, and I didn't want to even ask how that happened. But I said, you know what? We're going to sort you out with a dash cam. So as part of, I believe in giving back to the communities that we live in, and Cayman is an amazing community, and I always want to give back to my community. And I like to help people in need. She is, like I said, in her 80s, she still loves her freedom. She's driving around delivering soup to seniors and all sorts of stuff, doing the most to help other people. And so I'm going to donate one of these cameras to her, and also have my guy do the installation. I told her, honey child, come by one day when you have a little bit of time. You and me can sit down, have some tea. He'll take his time, install it in your vehicle, and you're going to be so much safer on the roadways. So I'm going to do that for her. And, I think it's fantastic. So that she can have this and be that much safer. And, if anything happens, exactly what went down. Jim says these cameras should be in every school bus, every RCIPS vehicle, government vehicles, and vehicles that transport the public. I agree. I totally agree. Government, you want to put in an order? Call me. Ring, ring. Oh, Miss Brenda. She says, I'm telling you that you're missing my Volvo from your shopping cart. I don't think Amazon is selling car. But weren't they supposed to sell a car or something recently? I can't remember, but I'm not sure I'd buy a car from Amazon now. I don't know. But Amazon getting into everything, honey child. Medical supplies. You can do medicine, pharmacists. Doctors. You can go on there and tell them you want to see a doctor, medical telemedicine. They're into everything. It's so amazing. Okay. All right. Enough of my shameless plug for the day. If you need one, you know how to reach me. And listen, I'm a person who believes in shopping around. I wanted to tell you guys about this because you're going to find this interesting. I believe in shopping around, and I don't believe in wasting money now. Now, there's some things that I'm just like, this is well worth the money. And, it is what it is. But if I can find a bargain, I'm all about that bargain life. So the other day I was in Miami this weekend, actually, and I saw this really nice olive oil soap. Smells nice. And, I have very dry skin, so I'm always looking for ways to add additional moisture to my skin. And I saw this olive oil soap, and I thought, this should be full of moisture. This looks like amazing soap. So I decided I'm going to get one. So look at this. It's Tuscan olive oil. Let me show this to you guys. Doesn't this look nice? Tuscan olive oil. And It looks like it's made in Italy and with real olive oil. Now, olive oil is nice. Some people put olive oil right on the skin. So I thought, I'm going to pick up a few of these. They were for $3.99. And I said, yeah, that looks like a decent price. I didn't know much about it, so I picked up 2 bars. I haven't started using it yet, but I'm going to start to use it. Unscented, which is nice because I don't like a whole lot of scents and whatever. And it's really nice. Has, I haven't used it yet, but I'll tell you guys how much it does my skin and whatever. All right, so it's getting good reviews, Italian craftsmanship. I mean, I didn't know all that went into soap, but there you go. Exquisite packaging in this luxury lather. Every aspect exudes sophistication, quality. Wow, this person must be an author the way they wrote this review. The soap's fragrance, reminiscent of the lush landscapes of Tuscany. Lord have mercy. You think they're talking about food or something? Is both invigorating and enchanting. With each use, it transports you to sun-kissed citrus groves and fragrant herb gardens, awakening the senses and uplifting the spirits. Did somebody really write this as a review? Crafted using traditional methods and premium ingredients, this soap indulges the skin with a rich, creamy lather that cleanses gently and leaves it feeling pampered and refreshed. For those who appreciate the finer things in life, Saponificio Artinhinele Fionto soap. Now I should be able to pronounce that better than that. It's close enough to Spanish where I should be able to do better. Is a true indulgence. Elevate your daily bathing ritual with this artisanal masterpiece and experience the luxury of Italian heritage in every wash. I will be buying more. Lord have mercy. The next person says, a wonderful soap, feels good on the body. That's what I would have written. This soap is worth the price, says somebody else. The bar is really large, maybe about 4 times as big as, say, a bar of Dove, and it lasts forever. The aroma is light and appealing, and it suds really well. I'll keep buying these. So anyway, I bought mine for $3.99 USA. And then I come on Amazon and I was like, I'll check and see what Amazon has it. Girl, honey, chill. Let me tell you something. I'm going to stick to my $3.99 bar and try to buy it, find it when I go away. Now, sometimes, you get a good deal once and then you can't find the soap again. But look at how much Amazon had it for. I mean, I'm getting a deal at $3.99. This is why you got to shop around. Amazon, the cheapest price on Amazon is $16.75. Let me take a bite of my bread food on that note. And somebody else has it for $21.99. Oh my gosh, that's expensive for a bar of soap. And Auntie got it for $3.99. What a deal. So shop around. I love me an Amazon, but there are times that Amazon is not the cheapest. Yes, for 1 bar of soap, Miss Bertha. Can you believe it? No, sir. We're not breaking the bank around. Yeah. Morning, caller.
Morning. I just looked on Amazon. That soap is for $1.99 on Amazon.
Can you believe it? And I got it for $3.99.
I heard you.
Lord
have mercy. Thanks.
You're welcome. My ackee tastes so nice this morning. Are these ackees off our tree? We got breadfruit off the tree, plantain off the tree. My whole breakfast is from my yard, except for the saltfish, but the ackee from the yard too. Nice, beautiful. That's my local breadfruit, honey chow. I don't know if this is golden hard or whatever the heck they call it, but delicious. Very crunchy. Thanks for breakfast. So yes, Evelyn said you got the Chinese version for $3.99. No, the exact packaging. It's sealed, made in Italy, Tuscan olive oil, the whole 9 yards. So when I use it and I check the size to make sure it's the same size bar, When I use it, I'm gonna let you guys know how it is on my skin. Because I try to use soaps and stuff that are not too, because some soaps really strip the body of the moisture that you're producing. But apparently this company they're an Italian company, proudly made in Tuscany, Italy, and they make some other soaps as well. They make this one called La Sofinera Firenze lavender scented soaps. And that one, that's 3 bars, small bars they look like too, for $32.99. Are you out of your mind? Anyhow, I'm always looking for a good deal. And honey child, that's not it. All right, let me tell you guys about some other cameras, okay? Or shall we leave this until tomorrow? Let's do it tomorrow because the radio listeners won't have the benefit of listening to this. So we'll do some other, I want to talk about some cameras tomorrow. So we'll talk about some cameras and additional safety things that you can implement. Says, just tuning in, but that breakfast is killing me. My 6 a.m. Cheerios long gone. I guess you won't be needing Thai orchid today. I'm always in the mood for Thai orchid. Strong Will says, Sandy, you're making me hungry. Yellow heart. Oh yeah. Okay. So let me tell you, I said on Monday, I don't know if you guys have noticed that I feel like my skin is, I normally have decent skin. Like I don't really I don't wear foundation, although I probably could use a little foundation because everybody has a little bit of like unevenness in some spots, right? And the foundation just kind of smooths it out. But I'm not really a foundation person. Can you let me finish my show in peace? Hello? Huh? Oh, sauce coming. Hold on. Let me see. Oh, so what was I telling you? Yeah. So lately I all I do with my face, this is my skincare, I just make sure it's clean. That's it. Wash it properly. I try to wash it again with a moisturizing soap because I tend to get dry. And sometimes I am using an oil right now. Hold on. So I have my vitamin E oil. Most mornings I forget to even put it on. Let me put on a little bit. So I just dabble it like this. And then I just kind of, yep. Moisturize. That's it. There we go. And then I think I told you guys about the other one that I use, which is also vitamin E. But these come, this vitamin E and aloe vera lotion. And what I like about these is these come in these little capsules. So they're easy to travel with. Like if you're traveling, you don't have to throw a couple of these in a Ziploc bag and you're gone for the week. And it's so thick. It's like a cream, but it's so nice and thick that this can last you like 3-4 days because you only need a little bit, right? So anyway, I need to order some more of these. I'm almost out of my vitamin E capsules. So these are really nice. I love these as well. And I just moisturize. So make sure it's clean. I moisturize, and that's it. So the other day I told you I was in Miami just for the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. I came out Sunday evening. And so I went and did a little bit of self-care, got a little manicure. They still, I just kept them not on it, channel. I couldn't be bothered with the polish because it chips off so quickly. So she touched up my cuticles a little bit. And she's like, Vietnamese, gotta love them. You want to take off mustache? And I'm like, every woman has that dreaded mustache. When you look close in your 5X mirror, you see the little hair kind of growing in there. So I said, all right. Okay, I do mustache, I do eyebrows, she did my entire face. She literally waxed my entire face. So I've noticed that since she waxed it, it does have a particular glow about it. Now, you guys might not know this, but people actually shave their faces. Do you know this, women? Not because they're excessively hairy necessarily, but they shave their faces. They come with little, let me show you what they look like. They're actually little face shavers. Let me get the proper name. What are they called again? But, here we go. dermaplaning. That's the proper word. And so you get these little derma blades, and you basically like you think you're shaving, you're taking the fuzz, little peach fuzz off. But what you're also doing is you're helping your skin to shed. You know, your skin sheds every couple of days or whatever. But dermaplaning helps to take off a lot of that dead skin and whatever. So it actually keeps your face, with a natural glow. And there are people who swear that dermaplaning is amazing, and you should do it on a regular basis. So basically with her waxing it, it's a different form, obviously. Waxing is probably not as easy. But yes, it helps. So check it out. Dermaplaning is what it's called. And you can buy the little razors. They come in different quality. Buy a quality razor. Anything that you're using on your phone, I would recommend it. And that helps to just really, if you go to a barber and they know how to use the tool, they can do that as well. So I don't know if I would use it on myself. Like, you got to kind of know what you're doing and have a steady hand, but they actually have these facial razors that you can buy, stainless steel, and then every so often you simply just replace the blade on them, and you're able to derma blade your face and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, I can see the difference from her when she did it, that my skin just looks more of a glowing texture and stuff like that. So ladies, if you need a little something, check out the dermablading, and then you can use it to touch up your eyebrows and stuff. I'm not that good and steady, so I probably wouldn't do that myself. Good to have somebody else do it. Do you guys know that the Jamaican, I know this came out as a version of QVC, the Jamaican black castor oil, like me, I've kind of overdone my brows. That's why I want to have them done. But you use that consistently, that helps to grow back in areas like this, and maybe your little lines or whatever. If you need, just a little bit extra here to grow in there. Pigmentation, love, I have it real bad. But Irvlyn, I think you have, what's the pigmentation thing called? You have something different. Some people just have different shades, so you have to even out the pigmentation. And then, but I think I forget what it's called, what you have. But yes, I know. But yes, the foundation will even all of that out for you. And some of the foundations now that they make are so flawless. Good point, Gabby. Make sure your foundation has sunscreen. It's very, very important, folks. Even for people of color, I know a lot of us don't think that we need sunscreen, but you need sunscreen. The UVA, UVB, and C can do a real number on your eyes and your skin, and even cause discoloration. So you want to make sure that you protect your skin as much as possible. QVC K-Man style this morning. That should be a show. That should be one of my shows on CMR TV. Anthony, me and you thinking the same. Anthony, I need to get you some of these cookies that I bought from Costco the other day. Anthony says, Sandy, do you realize that you just discovered another arm of CMR TV, a health and beauty segment? Those channels get thousands of views on Instagram. Consider it. Maybe you get one of the makeup providers to provide a monthly product. Hey, you're already in my head, Anthony. I love it. We could totally do reviews here on the show of all sorts of products. And then the companies here that have them, I can then refer you to buy them, and they can pay a small fee to get the things sponsored. Hello, are we not thinking already? Way ahead of you. Anthony, we're going to do it. Morning, Miss Darlene. Look at my good friend, Dr. Sidney. He's a fellow Leo. He says it's called, is it melasma? Evelyn uses sunscreen. Good. Every morning and at night. That's right. Even at night, you probably don't need it at night, but you need a good moisturizer at night. Miss Lucille says to stop showing off the breadfruit and plantain. So tomorrow we'll have a mini QVC segment on security cameras, and we'll talk about the body cams. So I'm going to do some research today. So let's look at a few body cams. Let's look at some home security options. And then we'll also look at, what else did I want to mention? Yes. tomorrow. Yeah, I think we'll keep it to security. All right, so tune in, and I'm going to tell you a few things about security cameras to consider when you decide which ones to get. Okay. That's all she wrote. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Really appreciate the love and support always. If you're interested in being a content creator in CMR, call me. Ding-a-ling-a-ling, Auntie Sandy, I want to do a show. Ding-a-ling-a-ling, Miss Sandra, I want my own show too. No problem. We got you covered, honey child. Have a beautiful day. We shall see you tomorrow. And as soon as we know more about that police chase, stay tuned to our social media channels, Facebook, Instagram, the WhatsApp channel. We will update you guys on what is going on. All right? Mañana.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of The Cold Hard Truth on Bobo 89.1 FM. Cayman's #1 talk show is live weekdays from 7:30 a.m. Never miss an episode again. Watch anytime on CMR's Facebook and YouTube channels for the latest show episodes. Don't forget to follow us online on our social media channels and visit CaymanMarlRoad.com for all the latest news and community happenings.